Hey guys, my name is Flora and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be taking you through my entire design process from start to finish of doing a packaging design project. Yeah, let's get started. So I have divided my design process into 4 different parts, and in each part I will show you the different steps that I take. Maybe a little background information for those of you who don't know me. My name is Flora and I just graduated uni with a degree in graphic design. And right now I have no clue what I'm doing with my life. I'm taking a gap year to figure things out, but so far I haven't really figured anything out now. Then I thought it would be nice to just do a lot of passion projects. So I'm gonna take you along with me on the way. That's what we are doing today. The brief we are going to be doing is a brief from the Instagram account Designer Briefs, and I'll put it brief on the screen now. The task is to create the branding for a Roman pizza restaurant called Impasto. The first thing that I start doing is to define the keywords that were presented in the brief. I start by writing out Impasto in the middle, and then I will write all of the keywords around, kind of like a small mind map to get a better overview of what I'm going to do. Some of the keywords are modern, Roman, classic and fresh. Next, I try to gather some inspiration. I like to browse Pinterest to get some initial ideas, and usually I create a Pinterest board where I can gather everything together. I add some of the photos I found on Pinterest just to make it a bit more visual, and I also pick some colors that I would like to explore further. This is how it looks. The next part is to prepare the assets for the design. The first thing I always look for are typefaces. I browse different websites, including Google Fonts, and I download the things that I find interesting. Next up, I also look for stock photos. Here I am on Pexels trying to find some high quality photos I can use for the branding. The last thing I like to do before starting the design file is to create a folder and organize a bit. You can organize it however you want, but I like to create some subfolders and divide it a bit between my working files and the finished files. Now for part 3 we can start designing. The first thing I like to do is to choose a typeface. I start by creating a new document and comparing the different typefaces that I have in mind for this brand. It could look something like this. For this project I chose a font that is called Neue Metana and it's the version in bold. And now the fun begins. I will start by experimenting by combining my font with different images to see which colors look nice and what vibe I'm going for. This part can be really messy. As you can see, I have a lot of different artboards and everything is kind of unorganized and quite messy, but at this point I'm just trying a lot of different things out and not really caring about if it looks good or not. This way I generate a lot of different ideas and it's easier for me to pick out later which of the ideas I like. For this design I'm going for quite a clean look with only 2 colors. There is the main red color, that is the signature color of the brand, and then I chose a creamish white color, that is the secondary color and also the background of most of the designs. Here I'm experimenting with a photo. I'm creating a clipping mask in order to round the corners, and I'm also creating a red outline around the photo. Now that I have created a few design elements, I'm putting them closer together to see how they look in relation to each other. And so far I like this design, so I think I will continue in this direction. So I created the foundation for this visual identity, and here are some of the first design slides. Next up I'm creating the menu. I start by creating a new artboard. And then I place some of the design elements that I created before. I also create a grid so it's easier for me to align things nicely. Here's a time-lapse of designing the menu. Finally, I'm adding this paper texture to the menu so it looks a bit more realistic. Now I do the finishing touches to the design, and it's done! As you can see here, my design document is really messy, but it's totally okay. If you want, you could clean it up and just keep the finished result, but I'll just leave it as it is. Now we need to present your design. And for this I like to use mockups. A website that's really cool and has a lot of nice mockups is this one called Bendito Mockups. They have a lot of free ones that you can just download from their website. So now I open up my photo editing software. Right now I'm using the website called Photopea, which is kind of like an online version of Photoshop. So I'm basically just inserting my file into the smart object and then it will automatically update in the mockup. Like so. Another way to visualize your brand identity is to create the packaging for the brand. And I want to create the pizza boxes for this brand. To create packaging, I like to use this website that's called Pacdora, and they have a lot of different package templates and mockups. What makes this website stand out is that you can customize the dimensions of the boxes yourself and make them fit to your needs. So I'm changing the width and the height to fit with a pizza box size. I think it's really helpful to be able to see the box in 3D, and you can even open it up and see what it looks like inside. And another cool feature is that you can actually download the die line directly from the website and then import it into your preferred design program. If you're interested in learning more about Pacdora, I have a link in the description to their website, and there's also a discount code you can use if you're interested in signing up. Let's create the packaging. So I'm back in my design program and I'm using the same design principles that I used in the design of the menu card and also in the other branding photos. It's kind of minimalistic and I'm trying to just have the font in focus here. I'm also adding a little photo on one of the sides just to give it a bit more color. And now I'm bringing it back into Pacdora and I'm ready to create some custom mockups for this brand. I'm using their 3D editor to stack a lot of the pizza boxes on top of each other. And then I'm downloading the pictures of the angles that I like. There are also some preset animations that you can download, and they are a quick way to really bring the design to life. For the menu, I just used one of the folded paper mockups, and for this one I'm playing a bit around with the lighting and the shadows. And back in my design document, I'm just inserting all of the 3D mockups that we just created. And we're ready to export it. Here are all of the finished photos that I want to export lined up in one line. And everything turned out like this. Guys, you made it to the end. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you liked it, you could give it a like or subscribe to my channel. That would be very nice. And if not, I hope you have a nice day and stay creative out there. Bye!